We now welcome Chris Fitzgerald onto the JMU Sports News podcast. He's a transfer from Youngstown State, defensive tackle. Chris, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. My co-host, Jack Fitzpatrick, can't be on this time, but he wanted me to start with a question of where you stand on the Drake and Kendrick beef.
Man, I ain't a big, you know what I mean? I listen to everybody, so you know what I mean? I haven't really been following it, but I've been hearing Kendrick, man. You know what I mean? Right now he got one up on Drake right now. So, and actually I think I just heard what was the last one he just dropped? The last
I've been struggling to keep up myself. It's certainly been a lot of releases.
Yeah, but I heard Kendrick got one up on Drake right now. So people saying, Drake, wake up, man.
I've heard the same. I've heard the same. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about your decision to transfer to JMU. So I guess let's start with going into the portal. You had a great career at Youngstown State. What made you want to spend your last year of college football elsewhere?
Man, just opportunity. It was time for me to go somewhere else and see what I can do. I've been at YSU since 2019. That's my freshman year going in there under a different coach, Bo Pelini. That
Hmm.
was the head coach then, and then the my D line coach was Donald Delicio. But and then Coach Phillip came in. Then I had other DCs and other
Hmm.
D line coaches, but it was so much change happening. So it was just time for me to be like, I think it's time for me for change for me, just to grow better as a football player and a man. You know what I mean, on and off the field. So I think it was just the opportunity just to go. It's just time for me to have a better opportunity to go somewhere else and grow.
That makes a ton of sense. What did you look for during the recruitment process? I know Eastern Michigan had you for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you decommitted and switched to JMU. What went through that process? Obviously, I'm sure you've got a number of schools that were contacting you and showing interest in things like that.
It was a lot. My family played a big role. You know what I mean. I had a good support. You know what I mean, family support and support with other friends and families and stuff like that. But what played, it was a couple things. Just I wanted that first feel. So, a team that's gonna give me an opportunity to come and show what I can do. You know what I mean? Develop
Mhm.
me. It's gonna develop me on and off the field. Like I told you, it's more than just football. You know what I mean? I want to become a better man at life. So I feel like, you know what I mean? So developing me, becoming a better man, that's gonna help me succeed and get to where I want to go. My goal is to play in the NFL, to
Mhm.
go to the next level. So I needed that, you know what I mean? I feel like I needed to feel like they can provide me that and everything like that, the resources and everything I need. And, just that's gonna work with me. Yeah, I was committed to Eastern Michigan.
Mhm.
It was kind of hard to decommit. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was 'cause I had kind of built a relationship with them, but I came out to James Madison. It was just, hey man, you know how it is there. It's a lot. It's just
Yeah.
the atmosphere, the people. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what makes the difference between a lot of places is the people and how it is. It's a college. You know what I mean? A
Yeah.
college school. So just the experience of the new people and everything they have, the resources they have, and stuff like that. So that's what really settled my decision. I feel like it can take me to that next level.
That makes a ton of sense. Who'd you talk to at JMU on your visit? How did that go? And what are those relationships like? I know it's quick to build them when you're in the portal, right? Because you got so many schools you're talking to. It becomes a bit of
I
a challenge.
I got a connection with all of them, to the head
Hmm.
coach down to you know what I mean,
Yeah.
down to the support staff. Good people, the D line coach, Coach Sam.
Hmm.
Good dude. You know what I mean. That was one person I really had, you know what I mean, a real good connection with. He reached out and we just been talking, and you know what I mean. He was, you know what I mean, like just that person. He was genuine. I feel like the whole coaching staff is genuine. Although I know it's you know what I mean, new head
Yeah.
coach, new coaching staff and everything like that. They're just genuine people, and it's hard to you can't fake that when you really care about when you got love for the game and you care about other people and stuff like that. It's hard. So I build a relationship with all of them. I can't wait to build a even deeper connection, even with the students there and the players already there. I can't wait to get on campus to let's see how it is. You know what I mean? Experience everything.
That makes a ton of sense. And when do you get there? I guess at some point over the summer here, coming months.
Yeah, hopefully pretty soon. You know, I gotta get everything situated, and but I'll definitely be there. And once I'm there, I'm there. I can't wait.
Awesome. You talked about the goal of wanting to play in the NFL, so let's talk about your game a little bit. You were highly productive at Youngstown State. Obviously, that's one of the best FCS, if not the best FCS conference in the country. What is it about
Sure.
your game that allows you to excel sort of on the interior of a defensive line?
Man, I'm blessed, you know what I mean? First of all, I'm very blessed, but I work hard. Everything I have accomplished, all the awards and accolades that you know what I mean, I achieve. I work hard for all of them. I am on the shorter side, you know what I mean? All my life I've been told, hey, you too short, you know what I mean? You too short to play D1 football, or you're not good enough to play D1 football and X, Y, and Z. So I use that instead of like I use that negative energy instead of pushing me down, lifting, you know what I mean, to uplift
Hmm.
me, and I just go. It's like my energy, you know. So you know what I mean. I work hard. I just try to really. I'm really great, thankful for the opportunity I have, because a lot of people can't say, "Yo, you got to play D1 football at you know what I mean at an
Yeah.
FCS school or anything like." But just to play D1 football is yeah, I just you know what I mean, my whole life just been it, you know what I mean, drilled into me from my older brother to my dad, my mom, and all of them. Just you work, you grind for everything. You're not giving. I would never give her anything, especially coming from Youngstown, that's where I'm from. You know, what I mean, never, give her
Yeah.
anything. I had to work for everything I got, so I know how to work in this. Stay down and grind until it happens. So everything I got to do is just working, but a wise shoe, man. I just you know what I mean, learned a lot, and I was just had an opportunity to get a start, and I just took off
Yeah.
from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just that's I say that's like the main thing is just you know what I mean, a hard worker. You know what I mean. I'm gonna grind and work to get what I gotta you know what I mean, do what I gotta do to get the job done.
Yeah, no, that makes a ton of sense. You had some big time showings too, just looking at your stats and then some of your highlights as well against some of the best teams that you guys played. I think 2022, you had like 7 tackles against North Dakota State or something like that. And I think you
Yeah.
had a sack and a forced fumble against Ohio State this past year, if I'm not mistaken. So take me
Uh,
through what it is about those games against the best teams that brought the best out of you.
it just what those games just it just I don't know how to say it. It just you know what I mean. All the people and everything like that just get you going. It just maybe when you get to those times like seeing the different fields and stadiums and everything like that, you go back to that time where you know what I mean. I was nobody, you know what I mean. Then nobody, I wasn't highly recruited coming out of high school,
Mhm.
so you know what I mean. Just bring out that that bring out that little, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That grit, you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain it. The word I'm looking for, but just bring it out. You be like, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to show everybody. Like, I ain't have a lot of people believe in me. I ain't had a lot of people like say, oh, who's this kid coming out of high school, or
Right.
oh, he's gonna be good or anything like that. Or a lot of people just showing me, you know what I mean. So that's what it does to me. When I go out there, it's like in between these lines, you a man, I'm a man. You put on your pants the same way I put on my pants. So it's like we're gonna get it done. I don't care how tall you is, how big you is. Hey, you still gotta stop me from doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? Vice versa. So I just that's what it do to me. It just I tap into a different mode when I'm on the field, and it just make me feel free. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about anything outside of football or anything like that.
Awesome. Yeah, and looking at some of your video, you showed a ton of burst. I saw with some of the sacks and things like that. You seem like pretty speedy once you sort of get off a block. I guess what are the strengths of your game? Is it sort of speed in the interior? Is it the strength in run defense? What do you sort of pride yourself on as a defensive tackle?
So I pride myself on I stop the run.
Yeah.
I like to, you know what I mean. I like to stop the run. I feel like I'm do pretty good on that. Is
Hmm.
stopping the run and you know what I mean, securing my gap and everything like that. Um, and yeah, I'm you know what I mean. I'm shorter, so I got the leverage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean. I'm pretty strong. I do pride myself on that. I'm pretty strong and everything like that. And yeah, just that explosiveness. I try to work on that all the time. Just that fast twitch, that explosiveness, and it helped. You know what I mean? It helped me get those bigger guys and everything like that. And now, like even like now, the one thing I'm trying to, you know what I mean? It's always looking to get better. How can I get better and stuff like that? Is you know what I mean? Working on my technique. You know what I mean? My footsteps and
Yeah.
everything like that. How where my hands at, and then developing more, you know what I mean, becoming more productive and
Mhm.
having a better, you know what I mean, pass, you know what I mean, being more productive in the pass, because that's what's definitely going to help me. How can I be better? You know what I mean? So I look every day like I'm very hard on myself to be like, okay, this is what I got to do. And then going to James Madison, they showed me like, yo, this is what I can help you. This is how
Mhm.
I can help you develop and become better. And I feel like they're gonna put me in a good spot to achieve that.
Awesome. You mentioned the man to man and sort of when you're locked into somebody. Are you a guy who talks a lot of trash, or do you sort of keep it silent, let your play talk?
So
Is there a little about?
man, I'll be back and forth. Sometimes I really just, I be quiet. I just play football. I just play ball. But
Mhm.
like, I can get going if you got somebody across from me. Like, if somebody talking crazy or anything like that, that
Yeah.
can get me going. Or you know what I mean. I'm super competitive. So like,
Hmm.
it bring it out of me. You know what I mean. If somebody else talking, I'm be like, man, hey, yeah, I can talk too. Like, I can get going too. So it's just that competitive spirit out of me. You know what I mean in me. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, it seems like you'll fit right in. I know JMU's rushing defense stats the last few years have been really impressive, and they pride themselves on the defensive line. So I think fans are pretty excited to have you coming to Harrisonburg based on what you've done at Youngstown State. So congrats on the commitment, and thanks for taking the time.
thank you, man. I'm very excited. I can't wait to start, man. Soon, I can't wait to get on campus. I already told the coach, like, hey, I need to be on there as soon as I can. I'm there, so
Should be
I'm very, I feel the welcome, and I can't wait.